my baby, my Valentine. Can I hit the making my temperature days? If you leave me alone, I swear you are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest, my love is the thought of me. I am so obsessed. I want to never need them. Make I see you love. Yeah, my love. Make me bad man. $1,000 I could spend. Talk all they want, I don't care what they say, cause your matter. Now you my con the carry for my head every night. Now you I want it. No, 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 don't tell me no, no, no. You can be my partner, never riding solo, no. And we got lucky, no need to. I'm feeling what you're doing, oh yeah, baby, gotta go, gotta go. Oh, no. Your body, they make I see you. Now you where they got my fancy. When they do me, I keep funky. Oh, no, 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 no.
Or should I be early in the morning? Oh yeah, shake it, make it send my money. Call me Mr. Bean, I go make you. Hey, give me, baby, make you give me. I go show you love and I go take you to my city. Don't need to make a look pity. You won't make a sing to me before you go see me. Fine girl, you know your body bad. Same body bad can make you for Ghana. Here, dancing for me, baby, pan. Come and give me show.
Let's meet the visiting Minnesota Timberwolves. At forward, Jaden McDaniels. At guard, D'Angelo Russell. At the other guard, Anthony Edwards. The center, Rudy Gobert. At the other forward, Karl Anthony Towns. The head coach of the visiting team is Chris Finch. Let's meet your Washington number 9, Shalosh Abdia. At the point, 6'1", number 22, Monte Morris. At forward, 6'9", number 33, Kyle Kuzma. The man in the middle, 7'3", number 6, Kristaps Porzingis. At guard, 6'3", number 3, Bradley Beal.
joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thank you very much. Now the calls to shorten the NBA season continue. One NBA president has even suggested a 58-game schedule. And for the playoffs, one and done. He says there's a reason people tune into every football game. The college tournament in 63 games gets more TV money than we do in our entire regular season. The more drama, the more TV ratings, the more money. Kevin?
What's not to like? Everything makes sense. Rest the players, more practice time, and all the things you just talked about. Maybe DA, less is more. And thanks for the report. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the 1. And for the Wizards, running at the wings, Beal and Avdia. Kuzma will step in at the 4, with Porzingis at center. And it's Morris in at the point guard position.
You know, over the last couple of seasons, it feels like the Washington Wizards roster is in constant flux. I mean, from role players to all-stars, guys coming in and out.
It'll be the Wizards off the tip. Here's Beal. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
And maybe not the most explosive player in the league, but Beal has the athletic ability to finish strong at the rim.
For Washington, how difficult, Greg, is it to win when your roster changes, as you were just talking about? It changes so much from year to year.
It's really tough. I mean, take Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, he signs a big 3-year deal, traded 6 months later. So when things like that happen, it's so difficult to create chemistry.
Now here's Beal. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. So for Washington, their last game a loss to the Celtics in Boston. Gobert against Porzingis. Gobert the pass to Edwards. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Morris. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Minnesota off to a slow start. 6-point game. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Morris against Russell. Pass to Gobert. Now here's Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. For the 3. Edwards with another miss. Wizards have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's Kuzma. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Red hot so far. 4 for 4. Cooking with gas. Couldn't draw it up any better.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the dunk by Towns.
Terrific read on the part of Russell that time. Scanned the court, spotting the open man, and then whipped it there for an easy bucket.
Beal can't get it to go.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Russell against Morris. Fires the 3. And it's Russell missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
And finished off by Beal.
And people thought Beal was just a shooter out of college, but he rounded out his game when he learned how to finish through contact.
Now, here is Russell. He had 15 points last outing. Poke loose. Outside Edwards. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. Beal's running. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Beal's got 9.
Great ball movement there.
McDaniels with the ball. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. With the shot. And Washington again with the bucket. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Washington.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 13. Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Here they come, DC family. It's your Wizards answer.
Greg, been some talk within the league about adding a mid-season tournament. What are your thoughts on that possibility?
I mean, with the success of the play-in tournament, which, in full disclosure, I was not for, but love now, I can see why they're considering it.
Daniels dishes to Edwards. He's looking for Russell and finds him. Plays it up and banks it in.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Here's Porzingis. The shot's good on the assist by Morris.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Towns, no luck.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. Got to appreciate that stop.
Here's Avdia. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Towns wide open. From outside, off the mark.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Morris, no good.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident at taking on defenders and finishing.
Washington leading now by 11. A three from Morris. It's good from long range. Morris has got 5 now.
Excellent all-around performance so far against the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Go real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Kicks it to Russell. Back to Edwards. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
Assisted.
And it's 7 points for Anthony Edwards. Washington's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. D'Angelo Russell, the second overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting, too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his second season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over. Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
To the paint. Russell with a wide open look. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. Wizards leading by 7. Here's Morris. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on D'Angelo Russell. But when it comes to running the pick and roll, Monte Morris is more than capable, isn't he?
Yeah, Kevin, he's got such great feel and pace. See, that's what some young players don't understand. You can't go 100 miles an hour all the time. You got to play with pace as well as smarts. And he's got a really good feel for how to navigate those 2 areas well.
Free throw good for Morris. Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
Now, here is Russell. He has 7. Passes to Towns. Back to Russell. Clock at 6. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team.
And the Timberwolves with possession here, following the bucket by the Wizards. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Porzingis. Hachimura comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Martin's checked in for Avdia. Davis is subbed in for Monte Morris. The Timberwolves also with the sub. Anderson's checked in. So it's Minnesota now. 11-point game. Russell, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for D'Angelo Russell. For Washington, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good. 2022, Greg, a year for the Washington Wizards with some historic significance.
And it marks 25 years of the Washington Wizards name being on an NBA jersey. A cool moment for the current players who can look back on this franchise and know they're a part of history.
And both free throws good for Davis. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Now here's Gafford. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Prince against Gafford. There's the pass to Forbes. Here's Noel. Prince with a screen on Barton. Pass to Prince. Takes a three. Cans it from downtown. Prince has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Minnesota.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond. And you have to be able to see the floor. You have to anticipate at this level. Davis doing both on that possession.
Here's Noel. After the basket by Washington. Inside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Davis. And Washington again with the bucket.
Oh, great job capitalizing there from the mid-range. Davis can do a lot of damage in that area.
Pass to Reed. Here's Noel. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Wizards. They lead by 11. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
Master Forbes. The Timberwolves working the ball around. Anderson wide open, trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to the Boston Celtics.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Lets it go with a 3. Noel, no good. Wizards leading by 14. Here's Barton. It's hauled in by Noel.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender.
Washington's gone 4-7 from 3-point range so far in the first. Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Minnesota with the ball, following the bucket by the Wizards. Noel, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the night.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
At the line for 2.
The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
Speed and athleticism of Barton, superb. So venomous on these drives to the rim. Take that, fellas.
For 3, Forbes gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that is textbook perfect, the bounce pass. Exactly how you want to throw it.
And here's Davis for 3. And again, Washington with the triple.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Noel. He's guarded by Davis. Such a wide open look. Forbes has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Timberwolves.
Right back at you, Forbes, with that stroke of his. Never backs away from pulling the trigger at the other end.
From the wing, connects, the jumper drops. And the Wizards lead by 15.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Prince misses. Washington with the ball. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Timberwolves ball.
Seven-second difference. Shot and game clock.
Foul. Davis. First personal foul. Third team foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
You know, he's been one of those players, they've won it on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
That's good from Forbes. Both free throws good from Forbes. Washington leading now by 13. Here's Davis. Gafford. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great activity level on the boards. Impressive. Wow.
And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. Here's the teardrop. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Excellent awareness of where to be on the offensive boards. He did it with great positioning.
Now here's Barton. Not a lot of room. And he comes up with the deuce. Barton's got 11 points.
He's capable of hurting you from just about anywhere. Barton has a great offensive repertoire.
Here's Noel. A big-time effort for Monte Morris, providing a lot of energy for the Wizards. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We come back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Wizards here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
Timberwolves trail by 15. On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels at the three. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Now here's Edwards. 26 points for him last game against Golden State.
A gigantic game for him at the free throw line. He was an instigator, drawing a ton of contact and really just hunting for the whistle. The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. Now, if you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
Here is Edwards, following the bucket by the Wizards. Fires for three. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
And, you know, for Edwards, it's about hitting the three consistently. This will help take his game to the next level.
Timberwolves trail by 11. McDaniels passes to Russell. Now here's Gobert. The pass to Towns. Shoots over Kuzma. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Gobert. That's 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Beal. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Wizards ownership has promised to never hit the hard reset button we saw from teams in recent years like the Sixers. But the fact remains that this is a franchise that last enjoyed a 50-win season in 1979. So for the patient, diehard fans in the DMV, seems the wait for a true contender may take a lot longer. Kevin?
Well, time will tell, David. Thanks. Now Russell. Following the miss by Denny Avdia from deep. Porzingis with the block.
That reach of Porzingis was just outrageous. I mean, I love when he uses it on defense to stifle shooters.
Here is Edwards. 10 points for him. No good on the quick three. Morris looking over the floor. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Wizards. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets.
In that game against the Lakers, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Kuzma passes to Porzingis. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go. It sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
At the line for the Wizards, at the line for one.
That free throw, good from Avdia. And you talk to the great ball handlers, and they say, Greg, that footwork is an underappreciated aspect of it. Why is that?
It's like a dance. You're eluding the defender mostly with your feet. The ball handling part is just making sure the ball comes along for the ride.
Morris with the bucket.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
Timberwolves trail by 17. Pass to Towns. To the inside. Out to Edwards. And they get it. Rebound by the Wizards. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Pretty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Minnesota calls timeout.
If you want a t-shirt and you know you do, make some noise.
taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for D'Angelo Russell.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Wizards on D. And they double up Russell. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Towns for three.
Now, it's up to Kuzma to play with the kind of heart and hustle on defense that's required. And he's versatile at that end of the floor.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And stolen by Kuzma. There's the drive.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Edwards kicks to Russell. Back to Edwards. Over Beal. Edwards. That's good.
Anthony Edwards.
Edwards got 5 points in the quarter.
And, you know, we need to keep seeing this from him. It's encouraging to see him sink the mid-range J there.
Near the three-point line, it's Morris. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Nice move. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Guys, it's always good to see a young player start to mature in front of our eyes, and Russell has been that kind of guy. He's done a great job figuring out how to become a better leader.
The Timberwolves have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. Wizards leading by 21. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Russell feeling it out a bit. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
GA, he's asked to carry a big-time scoring load, but Bradley Beal makes his teammates better as well.
And that's an area, Kevin, he has really grown. And his playmaking, when the defense overcommits, you make them pay with the pass.
The kick out to Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 4 assists now tonight.
How many 6'11" guys in this league can do that? Towns is a unicorn. Awesome ability to catch and let it fly.
That bucket in no time at all. Kuzma's got 6 here in this quarter.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot. It's definitely giving the defender something extra to think about.
No coverage that time. Towns has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Minnesota. It's Kuzma penetrating.
I love this from Kuzma. When he attacks with this kind of ferocity and confidence, watch out. Hide and protect the children.
Now Edwards. He's got 12. Pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And the Timberwolves call timing. Getting ready for the Wizards. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Hachimura comes in for Avdia. Martin's checked in for Beal. Davis is subbed in for Monte Morris. Here is Anderson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Here's Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
And the athleticism on display. You got to enjoy watching Hachimura go for the powerful finish.
Now here's Anderson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Prince wide open. Offline with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Barton. Here's Porzingis. And he finishes nicely on the way. Porzingis has got 6 points.
Dominant play from Porzingis on the glass, securing the ball and finishing the play strong.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Barton. Here's Hachimura. And Washington again with the bucket.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Here's Noel. He's coming off a 16-point game against Golden State. Here's Reed. Porzingis with the block. On the wing, Davis. And Washington again with the bucket.
Even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Now, here's Reed. His last outing, he had 8 points. In transition, here come the Wizards. Here's Barton. That one goes. Count it. He's got 13.
Barton doesn't back up now. He really takes on challenges. Even when you rough up Barton, he's going to fight through contact and make it hard for you.
Reed with it. Headed by Porzingis. Porzingis with the block. Left side, Davis. Great touch on the 16-footer. Davis has got 4 points in the quarter.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
For 3, Forbes. Nailed from three-point land.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through. I mean, He had to really power that one up and in.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
At the line for Washington, Daniel Gafford, shooting 1.
One shot.
Greg, we know a lot of teams using former NBA officials now working as consultants to teach their players how the refs see the game. I guess always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials, I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players.
So it's the Timberwolves now, following the bucket by the Wizards. For 3, Forbes hits the three-point bomb. Forbes has got 14 points.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And it's Anderson with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, Kristaps Porzingis famously earned the nickname the Unicorn for his combination of size and skill. Former All-Star, injuries have held him back. But now a new team presents a new opportunity. KP says, I'm going to take my game to the next level because my body is going to be healthy, and that's it. Well, Kevin, let's hope so.
Absolutely. He has had injuries along the way, but the talent is obvious. David, thanks. Gill is checked in for Washington. Here's Anderson. Down low. Here's Reed. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Washington foul. Daniel Gafford. First personal foul. 4th team foul.
The Timberwolves been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops.
Here in the second, at least from the line, they're perfect. Hopefully that gets them going in other areas as well.
Both free throws good from Reed. Washington's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And here's Davis for 3. And again, Washington with the triple.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Noel passes to Prince. They set the pick. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their script.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Minnesota with the ball, following the missed shot by Will Barton, and finished off by Anderson.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Here is Forbes, following the bucket by the Wizards. Here's Noel, and another 3 for Minnesota.
I really like the way they're spacing the floor this quarter. Their three-point percentage has really gone up.
3-pointer, Barton, and again, Washington with the triple.
Yeah, Will Barton has a full offensive arsenal. I mean, can spot up, drive it, score off the dribble. That about covers it, doesn't it?
Here is Forbes. He's coming off a 10-point game against Golden State. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards.
DC family, it's t-shirt time. Make some noise if you want a t-shirt.
Washington's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Davis, another one falls for Washington.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Launches a 3. Forbes can't get it to go. Here's Washington now. Takes the 3. The rebound by Prince. To the wing on the left. Here's Reed. And so it's the Washington Wizards leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight, a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
It's their defense that's put them in this spot. Giving up easy looks all over the place. It's like they don't have even a game plan in place. Check out the field goal percentage that they've allowed. Well, that's not going to cut it, Ernie. I don't even want to talk about it no more.
Changing things up now, let's take a glance at the upcoming schedule.
The slate absolutely gets your attention. No easy games. But this could bring out the best in the team. It's a measuring stick on how far they've come and how far they have left to go. I expect them to come out looking to prove a point.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Monte Morris. He's been really playing well.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often. But in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Morris and Beal are the guards. Avdia in at the small forward with Kuzma at power forward. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Beal from long range. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Beal's got 16.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Gobert dishes to Edwards. His three-pointers off the mark. From the Wizards, their shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable.
And this is Beal at his best. He's cooking with grease, and his teammates need to keep feeding him.
Here is Russell after the made shot from Bradley Beal. Edwards can't hit.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down. And staying healthy for Porzingis has been a challenge over his career. Not uncommon for players standing well above 7 feet. 3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
And here's Russell following Kyle Kuzma's 3. Russell left side. Outside, Towns. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
An emphatic rejection that was. Boy, you got to appreciate that kind of forceful, in-your-face defense.
Washington calls timeout.
Washington timeout. It's time for some t-shirts. Let's make some noise. Now is the time. Get loud and welcome your Wizards Breakers.
Examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the Timberwolves.
And the 3 ball has been in the game plan, and it's been working for him. Having that distance shot in the arsenal, very effective way to spread out the defense.
And the Wizards with possession. They've got an 8-0 run. A 3 from Morris, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Towns sets the pick for Edwards. Outside, Towns. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him, and this came up short on the triple.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Lets it go from deep. And D'Angelo Russell, good for 3. Russell's got 15.
And some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by Washington.
Leans from outside. Kuzma can't get it to go.
All he needed right there was simply to set himself up and then relax and shoot the ball. He threw himself off balance for no reason.
Basket good.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Here's Avdia. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. McDaniels with the ball. Picked up by Kuzma. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Kyle Kuzma picks one up. The Timberwolves been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Jaden McDaniels taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And McDaniels drops them both. The Wizards have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Morris has got 30 points.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. He squares up and sinks it. Edwards got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Towns, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Towns showing you a willingness to want to make his teammates better with that pass there.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Passes it to Towns. Shoots over Kuzma. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Baseline jumper. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Morris has got 9 points here in the second half. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. The pass to Towns. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Washington.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
And so he makes both from the line. Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Gobert, and finished off by Gobert.
And no issues at the rim for Gobert. One of the league leaders in flushes. The Frenchman loves to finish above the rim.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
Make some noise. Here they come, DC family. It's your Wizards answer.
take a look here at the numbers for Porzingis. He's been dominant over the last month. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Washington's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Morris, no good. Timberwolves have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Russell kicks to McDaniels. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Got that one up quick. Morris has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Wizards.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Towns. He's got 17.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis. Porzingis has got 15 points.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Good on the three-point shot.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Porzingis, and it's Will Barton in for Avdia. Now, here is Russell. He's got 15. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. Beal's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Morris. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And here's Edwards. 19 points in the game. Russell with the bucket.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
And here's Morris for 3. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. Gobert against Gafford. Russell from long range. Washington with the rebound. Kuzma's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Morris for 3. Connects from 3-point range. Morris has got 38 points.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Here's Edwards. That one doesn't go. Now Washington takes it the other way. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. The Timberwolves shooting almost 60% from the field here in the third. They are really feeling it. Beal with the steal. Over Edwards. And that one is good from Bradley Beal. Beal's got 20.
And there's not an area on the floor where Beal can't do damage. He is a handful for any defense he goes up against.
Now here's Edwards. 19 points in the game. Kuzma outside. The shot's good on the assist by Morris. Morris has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Russell finds McDaniel. Now here's Gobert. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And using his insane wingspan and athletic frame, Gobert can flat out dominate down low. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now here's Gobert. He's got 6. And the slam dunk by Russell.
How about that dunk? I mean, you don't see that every game, but Russell looks to flush when the chance is there.
And the shot is good. Gafford's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's Kuzma. Again, the Wizards score.
Look at Kuzma getting jiggy with the dribble move right there, shaking off the defender and getting his shot up. That is sweet.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 20. Towns, a screen on Morris. Russell, and the slam dunk by Russell.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's McDaniels. He's got 10. Pass to Towns. Out to Russell. From Beal. Knocks down the 3-ball. Russell's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Barton finds Gafford, and it's good for 2.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
So it's Minnesota now, following the bucket by the Wizards. That one goes in. Towns has got 19 points.
They have not attempted as many threes here in the second half, which I'm scratching my head about. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Minnesota shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Morris against Russell. Near the 3-point line, it's Edwards. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. He's got 21.
Well, Edwards looking almost automatic there. Didn't wait too long to put that shot up.
And since being the first pick of the 2020 draft, Anthony Edwards has not disappointed.
I'll tell you something, partner. Timberwolves got that one right. Did they ever? I mean, we knew about his nuclear athleticism, but the leadership, the work ethic, the ability to impact winning also have been evident. This is a multi-time All-Star going forward.
So for the Wizards, Gill is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Hachimura comes in for Beal. Davis is subbed in for Morris. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Noel in for Edwards. 1:10 left to play in the third. Reid finds Anderson. Prince setting a pick for Anderson. Shot clock at 5. And that's Prince. That time on the assist by Anderson.
3-point field goal.
Anderson's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Gafford. The rebound by Anderson. And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota.
Wizards foul. Daniel.
First trip to the line for him here.
Second personal foul. 4th team foul. Shooting for Minnesota. Kyle.
Free throw. Good, Anderson.
2 shots.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities. Will Barton does a little bit of everything out there. He's a consistent double-figure scorer, high-energy performer. He defends pretty well, makes plays for others, and can knock down threes. Can't ask for a lot more than that.
2 shots.
All 3 throws good from Barton.
Yeah, I've got mad respect for the way Barton carries himself. I mean, he's a terrific teammate. He does everything he can to impact winning.
It's stolen by Davis. over Russell. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got 20.
And he's showing us a little bit of everything now, taking a leaner with no one on him.
Russell against Davis. Minnesota again turning it over.
That's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
.27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. The leaner, good on the bucket. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
I tell you, this young man has a lot of belief in himself and in his abilities, showing out. Johnny Davis.
Here's Russell. And the rejection by Gafford. Barton right side. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
A big-time effort for Monte Morris, providing a lot of energy for the Washington Wizards. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So on the floor for Minnesota, Kyle Anderson is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Taurean Prince. Then it's Russell. And it's Noel in at the 2 spot. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Davis, the pass to Carey. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got his 7th assist in the game. The Timberwolves shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Pass to Noel. Last season, of course, Marcus Smart, the Defensive Player of the Year. You know, Greg, it's rare to see a guard win it. Should perimeter players get more consideration from this point on?
It's tough, Kev. I do think they should. And I think that the numbers, though, tend to favor the rim protectors, but it's only right to recognize great defense at every position, especially at an age of positionless basketball.
Good work defensively by Hachimura.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And that one's good. Gill. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Russell dishes to Prince. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Russell kicks to Reid. From deep, Prince. He's off on that one, and the Wizards now going the other way. Here's Kispert. They get the rebound. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
A nice shot by Anderson.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Carey, guarded by Reed. And it's Carey missing.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Anderson passes to Russell. And in today's NBA, there are more and more female coaches than ever before. And Clark, that extends to the front office, too.
Kevin, I think it's a trend that'll continue. I mean, the NBA and society realizing that diversity in all of its forms is a real strength. And the growth of the women's game producing some outstanding coaching and front office candidates.
Shoots the three. And it's Russell missing. The Wizards have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. And it's Carey missing. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. A nice shot by Anderson.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
From the Wizards, they're shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Russell passes it to Reed. Puts up a three. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And the Wizards with possession. It's Davis with the drive. And Davis throws it down.
And dropping the sledgehammer there. He curbs a 10-0 run by Minnesota.
Up top, Russell. He's guarded by Davis. From outside the arc, and Davis sends it back.
Oh, good anticipation wins Davis that block. You can tell he's already got a good run for the defensive side of things.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter and finished off by Anderson.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
It's Davis with the drive, and he makes that one. 26 points for Johnny Davis.
Yeah, Davis has a talent for just slicing his way to a shot. His speed and precision will be great assets for him in the league.
Russell passes to Reed, out to the right wing. The three. Noel, no good. From the Wizards, their shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Washington calls timeout. When you look at NBA salary numbers, Clark, some rosters are only guys on the max or the minimum, one or the other. What happened? What happened to the middle salary?
Yeah, it just kind of went away a little bit, Kevin. Well, when you have enough stars on your team, they take up the whole pie, and really they deserve it. But I think you got to have role players, too, who are willing to take a little less crumbs, so to speak. When you're talking 7 figures, crumbs is probably a misnomer.
present our New Balance Player of the Game, Monte Morris.
And you know what? This has been his game from the start. I mean, he found ways to impact at both ends. And he's been relentless at attacking the opposition all night long, keeping constant pressure on the opponent.
He finally had enough of their losing streak, and it's going to take something special to regain some kind of momentum. And his effort has been very special tonight. Here's Kispert. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
For three, Forbes. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Here's Noel. Over to the left wing. The three. And another three for Minnesota.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
The baseline J. Another shot. A nice shot by Carey. Carey's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Here's Noel. Defended by Gibson. To the middle. Washington with the rebound. Hill's got 5 rebounds tonight. Washington calls timeout. And so much great talent coming into the league, Greg, every year. That 2021 draft class, in particular, looks very strong.
Absolutely. Anytime you got just a couple potential stars, but from the looks of it, upwards of 5, you know it's been a special draft.
It's time to welcome your Wizards dancers.
trying his luck from deep. And again, Washington with the triple. Here is Anderson. We're seeing a lot of pretty lively pregame dance routines from the players. You got any of that in your repertoire, say, before we begin a broadcast?
Oh, Kevin, I think pretty soon we should work out a few sequences. Get ourselves fired up. You game?
Come on, Greg. I'm not sure about that, but you go ahead and do it.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Looking to end the run. Snatched away. There's the triple. Carey passes to Gibson. Here's Gill. Second shot opportunity. He can't get that one to fall.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Prince's shot is good.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second three of the half right there.
Here's Avdia. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too. You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Gill misses. The Timberwolves shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Back to Anderson. The pass to Reed. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Here's Noel from deep three-point range. Rebounded by the Wizards. Gill's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Over Anderson. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Pass to Reed. Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble, and he drinks, he say, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Beal comes in for Kispert. Davis is subbed in for Taj Gibson.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
And here's Davis for 3. It's rebounded by Towns.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Prince, the pass to Noel. Fires from deep. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Davis. The Wizards with another miss. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Pass to Noel. Now the feed to Towns. Over Gill. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
You know, this is what makes Towns an all-star kind of talent. I mean, his ability to get it going and pile up points in a hurry.
Washington calls timeout.
Here they are, your Wizards Rangers.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Taurean Prince. Edwards, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Russell in for Noel. Here's Morris. Offensively, guys, he's been something else. Almost 40 points right now.
Every time he touches the ball, something good happens.
McDaniels with the ball. Passes it to Russell. Timberwolves passing it around. And finished off by Gobert.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air. You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Russell with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, if you don't put a body on Porzingis, he's fantastic at finding ways to score on the offensive glass.
.143 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Edwards. Lots of room. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. Beal's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the 3 off target. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves.
Winning in strong fashion. A relentless effort notches a W for Washington.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And it always feels good to get that first win in a season series. Going head-to-head twice this year. This will put them up 1-0 so far against the Timberwolves.
Russell from long range. Rebound, Washington.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Edwards kicks to Towns. Drills it from outside.
You know, Towns is one of the biggest inside-outside threats in the league and shooting a great percentage from deep.
And Washington can just let the clock run down here. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now Russell. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Guys, thanks. Kyle Kuzma, congrats on the win. What were you able to do successfully tonight?
I think as a team collectively, we just got stops and we kind of found a rhythm on offense, and I think we just got it done like that.
Well, that rhythm led to a W, man. Congrats. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.